Unit 2. Report. Reading. Forest trip. Last week, my class went to visit the forest as part of a class project. Before I went, I knew that forests are very warm and wet, but that was all I knew. On this trip, I learned why forests are important. We set off along the forest trail, and I walked at the front with our teacher, Mrs. Vakar, and the guide. As we walked, the guide told us about life in the forest. He pointed out different types of trees, and he asked us to listen to the sounds of the forest. We heard trees rustling and creaking as monkeys swung from branch to branch above us. The guide told us that many forest species are endangered because forests are being destroyed by loggers and developers. Our guide had told us to keep to the path so that we wouldn't disturb any creatures or trip over roots and creepers on the forest floor. Why forests are important? The plants of the forest make a lot of Earth's oxygen. Many forest plants are used in drugs that fight disease. Unfortunately, Zishan didn't listen because suddenly we heard a yell from the back of the group. The guide rushed back and found Zishan on the ground, yelping in pain. Zishan had been fooling about as usual. He had left the path and had tripped over a root, twisting his ankle as he fell. The guide was fantastic. He checked that no bones were broken. Then he picked Zishan up and carried him back to the visitor center while we waited on the trail with Mrs. Vakar. When the guide returned, we finished the hike and walked around the medicinal garden. I was amazed by how many plants can be used to cure illnesses. Finally, we went back to the visitor center where we found Zishan chatting to another guide. The guide had wrapped some forest leaves around Zishan's ankle to bring down the swelling. By the time we left, the ankle was so much better that Zishan was able to hobble unaided to the bus. I enjoyed the visit to the forest, but it was a pity that because of Zishan's accident, there was no time to visit the Nature Trail Zoo. Mrs. Vakar says that next time she takes the class out, she will walk at the back of the group to make sure that no one plays the fool.